Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Hope you're having a great day so far. Just wanted to jump in before I start this video, which will be me doing my local club's hill climb. And I wanted to say that the new 8-week hill climbing focused plan is now available. It's continuing on from the success of the last couple of years, where around about this time of year we release a 6 to 8 week hill climb training plan. This year obviously specifically designed around what we will have at the Struggle Hill Climb. And so far, 25 of you have signed up and picked one up. The reason being is because before I announce it on YouTube, because it takes a little bit longer, on Strava and on Instagram, I've already announced the plan. So for those of you that have already picked it up, thank you so much. We're about to kill some interval sessions together, that's for sure, on this journey. No obligation, you don't have to sign up. It's just if you feel like you want to be part of something a little bit more specific, if you want to feel like you want to inject some new interval sessions into your day-to-day, week-to-week routine, or if you feel like you just want to train alongside me maybe and do some similar sessions that I'll be doing in the build-up to the British Hill Climb Championships, then this plan could be for you. So yeah, things like testing protocols, pacing tips, how to get the most out of the plan as well, how you can tweak it to kind of suit your day-to-day or week-to-week. Structured progressive workouts with on average 7.5 hours of training a week, and a little mini taper as well at the end for you all. So thank you so much for those who have picked it up already. If you're thinking about it, now's the time to get it. Like I said, leave the details down below. If you want to call this an ad, I suppose it is for my own business. But yeah, I really appreciate it if you pick it up, and I will see you out on the road. Well, we're back with our first commentary, first voiceover since, well, it's been a while. So, we're back. Doing a hill climb, local, back where it all began. My local cycling club, Bynea Cycling Club, Trim Saran Hill Climb. Locals will know this climb as really tough in a car. It's also on a school bus route, and many people will know it as quite a hard climb for a school bus to get up. Alright, we roll out the start pen, and I'm immediately halted by a van, which I think was caught in two minds as to where he was going. There is a turning right here, which I think maybe he was looking for, but he ended up never taking anyway. So I was going to overtake, saw a car come in, tucked in behind, and then we had a speed bump to deal with. But from there, this is a pretty straightforward climb. So enjoy. This is my 3.5 minute effort, 3 minute 31 seconds. I beat my own course record on this course by 3 seconds, which is set in 2020. And I think I averaged 475 watts if you just take out that first little 20 or 30 seconds where I was thrown off by the van, and that comes out at about 7.9 watts per kilo. I average 167 beats a minute, 1.3 kilometers at 9% climb, with an average speed of 22.4 kilometers an hour. This section here is actually the fastest section on the course, and this climb is a really nice one because it sort of gradually ramps all the way to the top. You'll see as we take this turn into the trees. Now, we had a slight tailwind. It wasn't, a perfect night. It could have been a stronger wind, but it was ever so slightly on my back. So I decided to stand a lot earlier than I normally do. As soon as I started to feel myself getting bogged down in the gear, and bearing in mind I'm in my big ring on this 9, 10, 11% section. So I'm in the 52 to chain ring, only because it allows me to just not give in to myself. The thing is, chain line and everything is completely messed up in this situation, but when you're just doing an effort here for a minute, it doesn't even cross my mind that I need to be in the small ring and like halfway down the cassette. No, it's just big ring, full send, just big whack, you know, we just, at this point, we're just all in. It doesn't matter which gear we're in, as long as it gives us enough of a lever to push against. So I'm catching up with Josh here, who's set off a minute in front of me. He did a respectable time, just sub 5 minutes, with bearing in mind anything in that 5 minute region for this climb is is considered very good for a club rider, or even for a above average club rider. When I first started doing this hill climb like 10 years ago, I haven't done it every year, but most years, I was certainly maybe 5.5, 6 minutes. So I've come a long way to almost go 50% quicker. Not quite 50% quicker. But the bike felt incredible. I felt really good, and I paced it really well. Virtually zero drop off. And I managed to finish quite strongly as well. So I'm very happy with that effort. First one in the books. It's always good to get that one in and done, and to set the stage for what's to come, hopefully.
Yeah, I need to find a quieter road.
I don't know.
Paced myself too much there.
Yeah, you did well, because only the last bend.
Yeah, but actually, that's quite a bit left over.
Oh, look at that light behind me. Autumn is coming for sure. So apart from the obvious hold-up that you saw at the very beginning, which is a shame, I thought the van driver was pulling over. I tried to go round, and there we are, that's what happens. It's been a bit hectic the last couple of days, and I've not been able to really pick up the camera. I've been away and catching up with things, but I've been feeling very good recently, and I don't think it's a fluke. I think, you know, some of the training I've been doing recently, but also the training this year is starting to really pay off. I know lots of you have been asking what my hill climb calendar is, but I might keep that under wraps. I might keep it just a little bit as a surprise. Okay, done with the hill climb, and I want to share a little bit of motivation with you, because tonight was kind of motivating. So, you know, to be honest, 4 days ago I decided to do this hill climb tonight. Getting yourself into a mindset where, you know, you want to smash a PB, even just turning up. I had to get in the mindset, and it's taken me the best part of like 3 or 4 days to get into that mindset, because, you know, to hurt yourself and to like go deep, that's what it required. And I saw the weather forecast, saw the direction of the wind, and there was going to be a slight assist up the climb. And so I've been preparing, feeling very good in my interval sessions leading up to this. And although, you know, this is not national championships, this is not an open event, this is just a club event, but it's a climb that I've tested myself on virtually for like 10 years. Not every year, but like most years. And tonight I thought this is one of the best nights I could ever have. The last time I did it in 2020, I set my fastest time, my course record, and I knew that to beat it everything would have to go right. And then getting to the start line, and then rolling out the start line, and having something go wrong within the first 10 seconds, first 5 seconds, or something that is not on your game plan, you lose focus, you get out of that zone instantly. And that's exactly what happened to me. But the key is that you've got to remember that there's so much left of the climb to do, and I felt like I handled it really well. You know, we've got no option but to handle it well, because if we don't handle it well, it's game over and we can't recover from that. The second thing that happened tonight, which is really a result of being able to get back into the zone and back into focus, and that's the biggest win tonight for me. Forget the time, forget the power, is that I was able to recover from that and still set what could be, and we'll know by the time this video goes up, it could be a course record, if only by a little bit, but it could be. And that is something that I can be very proud of, if I was able to get it back together and recover and still be able to set out a tempo and a rhythm that it will, you know, lead to peak performance. Because peak performance doesn't just come from your legs, your lungs, your heart, your ability on the day. Like, you feel like you're in peak shape, which I was tonight. You know, I felt like I was in really good condition, not peak shape, just in really good condition.
the interval session's going well, everything going well. Then something goes wrong like that, and the whole thing just goes out the window. Salvage it and not let it get to you. You can still put in a good performance. Maybe not the peak performance, could have gone slightly faster, but it doesn't matter. You know, could have, would have, should have, doesn't matter. You still achieved what you could in that peak performance scenario. That's my belief anyway. Anyway, check out lovely sunset over Slatty town. Beautiful.